I am Miss Wright. Most of you know me. We have one new one, and tell me what your name is. Sydney. It's good to meet you, Sydney. So I am Miss Wright. This is my 16th or 17th year, and I have 3 boys. Matthew is 22, and he is in grad school. Stop. And Caleb is 20, and he is a sophomore in college, and Benjamin is 16, and he is a junior at the high school. And I've been married 27 years to my husband, Rusty, and he was born and raised in Harlton, and I am from Houston, but I've been here for 27 years. So I'm super glad that you're here. Every Monday you will come to my classroom if you're a Monday group. Tuesdays will come on Tuesday, Wednesdays will come on Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday are different days. So Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday groups, when you come in on those 3 days normally, after we get the first couple of weeks out of the way, we will do a lesson on that day. It will either be an art lesson or it will be a music lesson. And then on Thursdays, we have what is called Structured Center Day. And on that day, I do a vertical rotation. And so that means one week I'll have Monday's group on Thursday, and then the next Thursday I'll have Tuesday's group, like that. And it'll change based on, like, if we were out for a holiday on Monday, then Monday's group will have to do their lesson on Thursday. So it kind of rotates that way. But Structured Center Day is a day where I choose 5 centers that I want you to do, and then you can pick with those 5 what you want to do. And then on Friday, it's Open Center Day, and that is a day where you choose any center that we have in the classroom, unless it's something specific. You know, some days we won't have weaving open. We're gonna open up the fiber station this year, and I'm excited about that. I've got some things for us to work with fiber. So anyway, so that's kind of how our schedule goes. So I have 5 rules in my classroom, and they stay the same forever. And so these are our class rules. Number 1 is to always do your best. This is a great classroom for you to not worry about making mistakes. Do not ever worry about doing something wrong or messing it up or whatever, because this is a great place. Because I don't take grades on, like, the quality of your work. I take grades on workmanship, as in how well you follow directions and how the process that you're doing. So don't ever feel like, oh my goodness, my artwork is not as good as somebody else or whatever. Don't worry about that at all in here. This is a great place to try and fail. That's okay. My second rule is to respect others, and you know what that means. You know, like, keep your hands to yourself, keep your feet to yourself, be kind. You know, I mean, that's a no-brainer. I want you to be nice kids when you're in here. I will show you respect, and I expect the same from you. The third rule is to follow directions. You will learn pretty quickly, Sydney, that I have certain weird ways that I like things done. And it's just because I'm old and I've already figured out how to do most of these things. And so if I say wash a paintbrush this way, just do it that way, because it really is the best way. So just follow directions, and everything will be good. And the next one is to take care of our supplies. Art supplies, and especially instruments, are expensive. And there's not a money tree. I've been looking, can't find one. And so we have to take really good care of our supplies. And that means when you're painting, don't, like, smush your paintbrush down, because then I've got to trash it and then it's gone, and we'll run out of paintbrushes. And when you play with the drums or whatever, you have to be careful. I've had the mallets broken so many times on the temper blocks and things like that, and so you just have to be super careful to take care of our supplies. And then the last rule is to try new things. I want this to be the place that you try new things. If you super love Legos, play with the Legos on your free center day, but don't only play with the Legos. Try something new. There are so many things in this classroom for you to do. You have so many opportunities to try new things, and this is a great place for you to do that. I want to show you around our classroom. The seating chart, I will show you in a little bit where you sit. At each table, there are 4 colors: red, orange, green, and blue. And those 4 colors, I will use like red spots, do blah, 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 green spots, line up, or whatever. I have an art job chart here. And green spot would be, if you are the green spot and your tag is here, then you would be the distributor for that day. And that means that you're gonna pass out whatever supplies that we need that day. If you are the blue spot, you are the floor monitor that day, and that means that you need to make sure that there's not anything left on the floor. It gets super messy in here. We use lots of different art things, and there with paper and all kind of stuff everywhere, and so it's your job to make sure there's nothing left on the floor before you leave. Red spots. This week you will be the collectors. That means you're gonna pick up supplies. You're gonna pick up papers from your table. You're gonna take things to the drying racks and things like that. Orange spots, you are the polishers. That means you make sure that your table is wiped down and cleaned and ready for the next class. And then we have a sink monitor that's just gonna rotate. This year, we only have 4 students at each table, so we don't have a purple spot, but I will just assign that periodically for the sink monitors, and that's the person that will wash brushes, make sure that they are dried properly and the sink is wiped down. So our classroom. So we have our old school pencil sharpener here, and oh my goodness, look, the thing fell off. So I'll have to get another pencil sharpener. Miss Debbie, will you write a note somewhere over there that says pencil sharpener to remind me? This is the call button. This is, we call the office if we have an emergency. So if you call it when there's not an emergency, you're gonna be in all kind of trouble, so leave it alone. And our light switches. All right, so I have a black one and I have a white one. The black light turns off the back. So that'll help you remember, black starts with B, back starts with B. The white light does this, the white switch does the front, and so if we are using the smart board, I'll say turn off the white light. That's what I mean by that. We have an electric pencil sharpener, and this right here is a colored pencil sharpener. So don't use this with regular pencils, and don't use this with colored pencils because they're made differently. Our centers, these are our centers. And so each center has a label like this, and it has what grades can use this center. So y'all are 5th grade, so you'll be able to use all of the centers. But if you're in kindergarten, then you have to look for a K. So that explains what that is. This has the title of the center, plastic blocks, and inside you will find plastic blocks or whatever is on there. These right here are our structured centers, and so these centers are generally used on Thursday. This is our sculpture center, and I'm excited that I've gotten some new things for that, and I would really like to. We used it last year when we did foil, but I'm hoping to do some other structures this year. And then this is our fiber center, and our fiber center has yarn and fabric, and this is our big weaving loom. Here's our small one where we can make pot holders. And so these are structured centers that will be open on Thursdays. Here are our how to draw books, and then our paper will be here. We'll have 2 kinds of paper. Actually, this year we're gonna have 3 because last year at the end of the school year, Walmart donated like several cases of manila paper to me. And so we'll have copy paper, manila paper, and then scratch paper. And scratch paper is this pink or yellow paper. And it's actually like old mimeograph. I used to use this machine to make copies, and so it you can write on it and it shows to the other side. It's kind of weird, but that's for scratch paper. These are more of our centers. I changed up our bulletin board so that our music vocabulary words will be here and our art words will be here. These will change throughout the year. Our trash can, I moved our trash can. We have one over there by the pencil sharpener, and then I moved this one here. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it here, but you know last year, when we had it here and it kept getting caught on the door. So that's why I moved it over here. So we'll see if that works. And then these are our paintbrushes, and look how cute. Look, are you ready? They turn, and they're so cute, and I love them. So our paintbrushes are sorted by size, and so if you are if we're painting and you put your paintbrushes up, you need to make sure you put it in the right place and you put it upside down so it'll dry properly. Our sink, don't use the sink unless you ask first. Our paper towels, our soap. This is our vacuum cleaner, which I actually am gonna move and put in there because it just doesn't look very pretty here. But anyway, so it's our vacuum cleaner if we need to clean up little messes. This is my closet. Now, in my closet, you won't need to look in there now. Most of you have been in there, but our keyboard is in here, which is one of our centers. And then the rest of it is storage, but I will ask you different times to go in there and get something, so you'll need to familiarize yourself with that at some point. This is our electronic center. So I've gotten a couple of MP3s this summer that I have not. My laptop broke this summer, so I could not load new music, so I'm gonna do that in the next few days. So if there's a certain song that you want me to put on there, then let me know in the next, week, I guess. We got new headphones. I'm super stoked about that. Look, these are like awesome. These are such great headphones. We gotta take really good care of them. But I bought us like 10 pair. And so these are really good headphones. I also had a friend donate an entire class set of earbuds, and I'm excited about that. So I'm getting more baskets, and so this will be more organized once I had to wait for my laptop to get fixed. This right here is where we will put our electronic tags, and the tags look like this. What time is it? Okay, it's almost time to go. They have tags like this, and like this says Creative Box. And if you want to do one of these things, and these are centers that are not in a box. It's electronics, it's Creative Box, which we'll get to in just a minute. You pull this tag, and there will be a student here that is my electronic person. They will take your tag, and they will put your tag in this little basket right here, and that way everybody knows that that particular thing is taken. So I'll have them put up there neatly before our first center day. This is a floor piano. You do not use shoes with this, and you don't stomp on it. This is my desk. There will be a piece of duct tape over here. Don't go past that duct tape, because a lot of times I have like a hot glue gun or something over here that I don't want you to get hurt. This is for Play-Doh. And if you choose the Play-Doh Center, there will be Play-Doh in here before we get to that place. Let me see what time. All right, got just a little bit of time. This is a computer for you to use. Most of the electronics in here are pretty old, and so you won't be able to do any new stuff because you can't download anything new because they're so old. Here is our reading center. I got lots of new books this summer, and so there's art books and music books and then just regular books. Over here is where most of our supplies are. We have crayons, markers, fine tip markers, big markers, colored pencils. We have sharpeners, highlighters, all of that kind of stuff is over here, and everything is labeled. Our instruments are up here, and you won't need to ever get those. I will get those. There are some more centers down here on these two rows. These are also centers right here. There's a supply box for every table, and you'll see above your table there's a number, and that will correspond to whichever supply box is yours, and it has pencils and glue and such in there. This is our Creative Box Center. Every grade level has a basket, and inside are just random weird things. I haven't stocked them for this year, but it's just random things, and you can create whatever you want by using the things in this box. And there's 4 tags for that, so 4 people can use this at a time. This is where we will hang our art smocks. Whenever we paint, they will be hung there. And there's a few more things I need to go over, but we don't have time today to do that because it's time for you to head back to class. But we will pick up where we left off next week, all right? So you can go ahead and turn that off.